On May 23rd, 170 tourists, business travelers, and other passengers are flying from Athens, Greece to Vilnius in Lithuania. The flight was mostly unremarkable, preparing to land soon in Lithuania after his current leg of the journey over Belarus. Suddenly, their plane began to steep an unexpected turn away from their destination. Over the intercom, the captain of the flight announced that instead of landing in Lithuania, they're diverting to Minsk in Belarus. Understandably, most passengers were confused, especially as a Belarusian fighter jet appeared off their wings. However, one man had a sinking feeling he knew exactly why the plane was diverted. The man began to panic. Other passengers noticed him frantically handing his laptop and phone to his girlfriend. When asked about his sudden agitation, the man replied that he was going to be taken to his execution. The man's name is Roman Protasevich, an activist and journalist. This is the story about how the government of Belarus hijacked a plane in order to kidnap Protasevich. Let's rewind back to 2020. Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko was up for re-election. This will be Lukashenko's sixth term as Belarus president, marking over 25 years of continuous rule since the fall of the Soviet Union. The election was marred by many allegations of election fraud, with the US Secretary of State warning the process was neither free or fair. After declaring victory for himself yet again, Lukashenko was met with widespread protests across the country. It was during this period of civil unrest that Protasevich became a notable dissident in Belarus. Protasevich started and oversaw a chat group on the app Telegram. The group was a way for news and ideas to spread around the otherwise tightly controlled state media. It was also a channel used for organizing large demonstrations across the country. However, the demonstrations and protests were only met with more violence. What remained of Lukashenko's political opposition has either disappeared or fled out of Belarus. Fearing for his own life, Protasevich followed suit, fleeing to Lithuania where he continued to speak out against Lukashenko. Being outside the borders of Belarus, he had assumed he was relatively safe. This assumption would be proven wrong as his flight was diverted to Belarus' capital Minsk. After landing, the flight was brought to a secure area of the airport and passengers were ordered off the plane. A security officer found Protasevich and took him and his girlfriend away. Their luggage searched through and also confiscated. After 3 hours, the remaining passengers were then allowed to leave Belarus back to their intended destination of Lithuania. Protasevich would appear in a video a few days later, confessing he had participated in mass unrest and is now helping in Belarus' investigation against him.
Добрый день, меня зовут Роман Протасевич. Вчера я был задержан сотрудниками МВД в национальном аэропорту Минск. Сейчас я нахожусь в СИЗО номер 1 города Минска. Могу заявить, что никаких проблем со здоровьем, в том числе с сердцем или с какими-либо другими органами, у меня нет. Отношение со стороны сотрудников ко мне максимально корректное и по закону. Также сейчас я продолжаю сотрудничать со следствием и даю признательные показания по факту организации массовых беспорядков в городе Минске.
It's easy to guess that this confession was likely made under duress, with some even suggesting that there are signs of makeup used to hide potential injuries. Despite pleas from the international community as well as Protasevich's family and friends, it's unlikely he'll face a fair trial or be released back to his home.
Держись, сынок, держись, мы тебя любим и мы тебя вытащим. Я хочу, чтобы вы услышали крик моей души сейчас, чтобы вы увидели слезы, чтобы вы увидели, как мне тяжело сейчас. Тяжело воспринимать эту абсурдную ситуацию.
Belarus' thinly veiled lie is to claim that a bomb threat was the cause of the flight's diversion. However, the fact that the plane was closer to its original destination than Minsk, along with evidence that the bomb threat was in fact sent after the plane landed in Minsk, does little to support the claim. The incident was met by international outrage and condemnation. Several European powers have declared the airspace above Belarus unsafe, with airlines now refusing to fly over the region. Belarus' national airline has also been banned from several European airspaces, limiting its ability to function. Further sanctions against the country have also been discussed by both European nations as well as the United States. However, the action did receive extensive praise from Russian politicians, with some calling it a brilliant special operation. Many analysts agree that Russia was likely aware, with some suggesting KGB agents were in fact involved. This could be seen as another act of aggression by Russia to reject Western norms and test the waters to see what they can get away with. Our world relies on certain norms in order to function. When passengers board a plane in one country to fly to another, they don't even really think about the countries they'll be flying over. Passengers certainly don't expect a country they happen to be passing over to hijack the aircraft, forcing it to land in order to kidnap one of the passengers. This unprecedented action has eroded some of the trust we have in these norms, hinting at a return to a more divided and hostile world. Thanks for watching. What do you think about Belarus' actions? If you're interested in more videos like this, help us out by hitting the subscribe button. Cheers!